Hi guys, Jay here, back again, and this time we're going to be looking at how I built my own series mod. So, let's get to it. Yes, so guys, here we are with a short video to show how I built my own series mod. The last series mod I had was the Noisy Cricket V2, which I sold a long time ago, and ever since then I've been missing having a series mod. Yeah, so I wanted another series mod, and I got it in my head, try and build one. Now all the parts and pieces I needed cost me £35 from Mod Maker to complete the entire build. And here she is. There's my voltmeter, there's my nice Fat Daddy Vape switch, which I installed. I've got magnets on the door now. There's the internals, all finished. And it's pointing out a 0.57 build. It's giving me just under 7 volts. So, not too shabby. Just drip some juice in here. That's the thing about a series mod, you got to keep it wet, because when you're pushing 7 volts, it dries out really quick. A couple of vapes. Very nice. As you can see, putting out the clouds, working perfectly. I am getting a bit of voltage drop, but that's due to the fact of the MOSFET I used wasn't the best, but it is what it is. The batteries I'm using and at the best peak performance. I mean, I'm about a year and a half old, so I'm still working fine. Still giving me 7 volts, so not too shabby. Right, we're going to dive down. I'm going to do a quick uppy closey with the way I built it and what you need for the build. It's basically going to be a quick tutorial on how to build it. So let's dive down, shall we? Come on then. Right guys, here we go with a series box mod build. This is just a quick rundown of what you'll need if you want to take on this challenge. So first of all, you're going to need an housing. This is just the standard one. ABS from Mod Maker. You can get this in different colours, but I opted for the ABS because I wanted it light. So mark out your holes. I've just put some masking tape on to mark out the holes what I need to drill out. You're going to need a decent switch. I've gone for a nice stainless steel clicky Mytech, but anyone should do it because you're going to be using a MOSFET anyway. This is optional. Voltmeter. You don't really need this for the build, but I want one on mine, so you got your MOSFET. This is just the cheapest one I could get from Mod Maker, which is the 80 amp one. There is a slightly better quality one on the There is a slightly better quality one on the Mod Maker website, but I just went for this one for cheapness, and because it's an experimental build, I didn't want to go too expensive. I can always change it at a later date. So you're going to need a 510. I've just gone for a standard 14mm diameter Mod Maker 510. Pretty good 510s these are. It's what I used on the re-owned slice build, so I see no reason not to use it again. You're going to need a decent Keystone battery sled. So there you go. Dual out in 650. you're going to need some quarter watt 15k ohm resistors. I just got these off eBay. You're going to need one for the build, so there you go. You're going to need some, in my case I'm using pure copper wire. This is 12 gauge. I got this, a roll of this for £5 off eBay. Awesome. But you can use any kind of wire you want really, as long as it's decent quality and decent gauge. Then in my case I think this helps a lot. It's basically a jig. So what I've done is I've measured out the box to the exact measurements. I've measured out everything inside to the exact measurements, and I've put them all in where I want it. Basically this is so I could cut the wires what I needed. So basically all I've done is I've designed where I want it, and I've just basically put that on top and cut it to size, roughly to size, so I know what I need. And that's it, guys. That's it for what you need to do the basic job. I'm going to go away, drill the holes, come back, show you what I've done, and so on and so forth. But there you go. So next job, drill the holes, and I'll be back. And we're back. There you go, guys, all the holes drilled. Here's the hole drilled for my voltmeter, my switch, and my 510. And as you can see, perfect fit. Switch, perfect fit. And the voltmeter, which is just going to sit in there nice and snug like so. Now guys, if you're going to attempt this, then you want to get yourself a Dremel and some of these milling bits. A pack of these come in different sizes and shapes, but they're awesome. I've just done this, and you can get such fine detail somewhere. As you can see, they're all different types. Look, smaller and smaller, so you can get them really fine cuts. So highly recommended. I am absolutely chuffed with these milling bits. I'm glad I bought them, because as you can see, he's just milled them holes absolutely perfectly. There you go, guys. Next step is to start getting some of the wiring to put together, and I'll do some bits in between. I'll do some vids in between just to show you how far I've been getting. And we're back, guys. And there it is. Finished. There's the internals all done. Now, one thing I want to talk about is I've had to do this twice because I wired it up one way, which I didn't realise there was 2 different MOSFETs, so I'm going to show you now what I mean. Right, I've got the P channel MOSFET and there's the code for it. Basically, that's how you have to wire it up. So you got your battery sled here, minus plus, plus minus. Your positive on your battery sled goes to the source on your MOSFET. Then your drain goes directly to the 510. After that, you can come on to the optional voltmeter for your plus. The gate contact of the MOSFET goes to the switch. Then the other side of the switch goes to the ground on your 510. The minus on the battery sled goes straight to the 510, the ground. You have to bridge these 2 contacts together. So basically you're stacking the batteries. So you get your 8.4 volts. And that's pretty much it. That's how I had to wire it this time. First time I wired it as in the N channel MOSFET, which is the IRLB3034, which is actually the best MOSFET to get, because with this one you basically have to have 2 of these in parallel to get the same performance as this. So I would recommend going for this N channel one. But I wired the P channel up like this in the beginning, and I got some odd results. So on the N channel, you want your positive going straight to your switch, and then tap off that straight to your 510. You can also tap off this for your plus for your voltmeter as well. And your minus goes to the source of the MOSFET, and you can also tap off that to your voltmeter. Then the drain goes to the negative of your 510, and the gate goes to the other side of your switch. And that's pretty much it, guys. Now I wired this up like this, and what ended up happening is it would all work when you press the fire button with no atomizer on, but as soon as you screwed an atomizer down, it'd auto fire. So I instantly knew there was a problem. So I had to get back and research it, and that's when I realised there was actually 2 different MOSFETs. So this is the way I got it wired up now, and it's working absolutely pucker. As you can see, I got my positive going to the source. I got my 510 pin, my positive 510 going to the drain, and also I've tapped off that to my voltmeter, and I've got the gate part of the MOSFET going to the switch, and then the other side of the switch going to the negative of the 510. And I've also tapped off that to come down to my voltmeter. As you can see, works. It's giving me 7.5 volts. The batteries are not fully charged. Take the atomizer off, and then you can see what the voltage is without any load on it. I'm getting 8.1. So I'm getting roughly about 0.5 of a voltage drop. But that is mainly, there's 2 reasons. it could either be the MOSFET, which I'm pretty sure most part of it is, because it's not as efficient as the other one, but also how much wiring you've got contributes to the voltage drop as well. Because if you can get a straight shot between like the positive and the 510 as short as possible, and the negative as short as possible, then obviously you're going to get less voltage drop. The more wiring you've got, the more travel it has to go, then that's where you lose your voltage. But I'm quite happy with that. 0.5 of a volt ain't going to bother me too much. I've got a 0.8 ohm build on this atomizer. It's giving me 7.5 volts, and it's just angry. As you can see, it's just... Now, I did muller the switch, so I'm going to have to replace that. Leaving the soldering iron on it too long melts the inside and you lose the clickiness. But it still works, it just means you have to push it in harder. As you can see, it works fine. But for me, I like a soft button, so I'm going to have to replace it. But apart from that, it's all good. So, there you go, guys. That's my series box mod. And there you go, guys. I'm quite happy with it. It looks clean. It works perfect. It's pretty simple. You know what you're doing. You ain't got to be a rocket scientist. As long as you follow the diagrams and take your time with the soldering, it's all good to go. Now, I suggest doing a test run before you put it in the box, which is what I did. I wired it all up, and then I just left my switch off, and I just bridged between the 2 points, and it started firing, so I knew it was working. And then basically I've transferred that into the box, rather than put it all in and then realise, like I did the first time, and realise it's not working. Then you got to take it all out again, which is why I mullered the switch. But it's all a learning curve, guys. The main part is you having a go. Go back up top and have a quick vape on it, and I'll talk more about it. Oh, come on then. And we're back. So, what are my thoughts on building my own series mod? Guys, if you've been thinking about doing it, have a go. It's easy. It's easy enough. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being easy, 10 being hard, I'd say it's about a 4 or a 5. So, I mean, considering I've actually been inside this and changed it around 3 times since I've done the upper close portion, so it's not that hard, and it works perfect. So you can see it can be done. Have a few more vibes. Lovely. Now, I did have a go at building my own DNA 75C as well. As you can see, here it is. There's the screen, USB. I'm just waiting for some clicky ball bearing tactile switches to come in, and that will be finished. But guys, the shit I had with this, oh my days. On a scale of 1 to 10, this, it would be a 15, definitely. It was so hard to do. The board, so flimsy. I mean, I thought I'd actually mullered the board 3 times. So, I did, on the power output of the board, I did lift up the PCB a little bit. So, I had to epoxy the crap out of it to get it to work properly again. But, there's the internals. Quite a bit of epoxy in there, but no one's going to see that anyway. Got me magnets in. They work perfect. And this was originally anodized green, but I messed up on the paintwork trying to drill the hole, so I had to sand the whole bloody lot down. But it's finished, near enough. I would never do it again, guys. It cost me just over £100 for all the parts, and you can buy a theory on DNA 75C for 120. So for the hassle and the shit I had to go through, I won't buy that. But As for stuff like Series mods and parallel boxes, yeah, have a go. As you can see, pulling out the power. The MOSFET is working okay. It's not the best MOSFET in the world, but it is working. It's not heating up. Staying pretty cool, so all in all, very good. That's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed my little build video, and I'll catch you on the next one. And remember, smoking kills, choose life.